folks, welcome to In the Loop. We're here today with April Perry with Kentucky Farmers Bank and Tricia Robinson with United Way of Northeast Kentucky. And our topic today is United Way's Bank On program. So let's lead off with some introductions. April, I understand you're with Kentucky Farmers Bank. Tell me a little bit about what you do there.
I'm the CEO and chairman of the board of Kentucky Farmers Bank, and have always been interested in financial literacy, and so that's how I got involved in the Bank On program. And together with my husband and some other bankers and other leaders in our community, we developed the Bank On program a few years ago.
Very nice. And Tricia?
Yes, I'm the Resource Development Coordinator for United Way of Northeast Kentucky, and one of my many hats that I wear is heading up the Bank On program through United Way.
Cool. So Bank On, I understand to be as you just mentioned, a financial literacy program. There's a nice, awesome literature piece that I guess is part of the training course that you have in your hand there. Mm-hmm. Tricia, we'll probably make some references to that in a bit, but let's lead off with what Bank On is all about. So what was the motivation behind bringing it to Northeast Kentucky?
Well, Bank On was started actually a number of years ago in San Francisco, California, and it took off across the nation, and it was really just an initiative to provide affordable financial services to people that are unbanked or underbanked, and also to provide financial literacy. So we have quite a population of people that are either unbanked, meaning they have no type of banking account, no checking account, no savings account. They rely totally on costly financial alternatives, or they're underbanked. So they might have an account, but they still go to alternative financial services and pay for services that they could get for free if they had an account, if they used their account with a bank or a credit union.
I see. And what led to your association with United Way and bringing Bank On to them? Kind of what was the evolution in that process?
Well, we wanted to bring this program to Northeast Kentucky, the 5-county area, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, Lawrence, and Elliott counties, and United Way serves those 5 counties, and so it just seemed to be a great fit. And also United Way, one of their initiatives is financial literacy, so the fit just was perfect.
Awesome. So with Bank On, what are some of the key so how does it work basically if folks are interested in this that are watching our program today? What can they expect as part of the program? Is it like a course that they go through? Is it like a one and done thing, or what's the basic format on it?
Well, it is essentially a one and done program. They'll show up, it lasts about 2 hours. They'll go through our workbook with one of our financial teachers who is somebody from one of the local banks or credit unions, or, it might be April or myself teaching the course. And then at the end of the course, they will get a certificate stating that they attended the course, understand the material, and then that will provide them with the ability to get a bank account, a Start Fresh bank account from one of the banks that participate in Bank On.
Oh, very nice. Topic-wise, I've had the opportunity to look through the book, but for those watching our program here, what are some of the key topics that will be covered during that 2-hour window?
Well, it really talks about how to keep a check register. A lot of people, that's something that they really don't know how to do. How to use a debit card properly, ways to fill out checks,
Savings accounts, are those addressed as well?
Yeah, it has a pretty big list of things. It also has questions to ask, like a spending habit diary. It shows you what things do you actually spend your money on, and how could you change those spending habits to better yourself for your future.
That's awesome. So just basically a way to document spending and to be able to go back and look at fiscal choices, whether you're being responsible with your money or maybe you could conserve more by buying less coffee. I don't know.
Right. Well, a lot of people don't even understand how much money they are starting with. and they don't know where their money's going. So we're trying to help them to understand how they're spending their money and then make better decisions, because we all have a tendency to make impulse purchases, buy things we don't necessarily need. And if you really understand how much money you have and you budget that towards the things that you need and you have to have, then you can see how much money you have left over, and you can come up with a savings plan to save for those things that come up that we don't plan on.
Right.
You can know how much money you have to spend on maybe fun things that
Nice.
otherwise you might have too much fun and not be responsible
Yeah,
enough.
to cover the necessities
Right,
each
you have to
month.
be able to do that.
Absolutely. So, is there any ongoing support with the program? Like, say, if someone completes the course, they get their certificate, they open a checking account, and then they're like, I have my book. Do they get to keep the workbook?
They get to keep the
Okay.
workbook, and they are also given, the teacher who teaches the course, they're given that person's information to kind of contact them if they have any questions or trouble. They can also contact myself at the United Way office. But that is something that we are offering.
That's great. So, yeah, for example, if they're still stumbling with how to complete a check or manage that financial log, then there is the support for
this
them.
book it gives a step-by-step instruction on how to do those things, and as you mentioned, they do get to keep this book, but like I said, if they do have any questions, they can contact
Cool.
us.
Is there any costs associated with getting into the program?
No, it's completely free to the public. We are partnering with Healthy Choices, Healthy Communities, and the Boyd County Public Library as well. So the classes currently will be every second Thursday of the month from 6 to 8 at the Boyd County Public Library in downtown Ashland.
Super. So, for more information, how do they find out how to get enrolled, or do they just show up on those?
They can call 606-325-2265 or 606-325-BANK. That's the bank on number. They can call to register, and if they just show up, that's fine too.
Awesome. Is there any online resource where they can access information, say if they want to do a little homework before signing up?
We do have a Bank On page, and we have a Facebook page for Bank On that has some information. So they can always reach out to us through that page or through the United Way of Northeast Kentucky's Facebook page. And then our website, www.uwnek.org, has a Bank On page as well.
Great. So I think we've covered a good deal of the information about what the program's about, how to get involved with it. Is there anything either of you would like to add?
Well, this program really will help someone who maybe has stumbled in the past. So if you've had a checking account in the past and you messed it up and you had overdrafts and your account was charged off, you might be flagged to not have an account in the future. If you take this class and you get the certificate, you can go to one of our participating banks or credit unions, and it's kind of a forgiveness program. So they'll forgive your past charge-offs and they'll open up an account for you. Now you can't do this repeatedly, but this is really kind of a second chance program for people, as well as a program just to help people that just don't understand finances, because we have found that there's a real lack of financial literacy for children and parents, and the parents can't really teach the children if they don't know themselves. So we're really trying to help people understand their finances and be able to make good choices and be able to open up an account, especially if they've had problems in the past.
I think it's a wonderful thing, just given that, you talked about kind of a generational situation where some parents can't even advise their children because they just don't know themselves. So I think it's a great opportunity to kind of set people on the correct path on how to manage it if they don't have the experience, and then also with that second opportunity. Tricia, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Just that I, really encourage people, if they want to join this program, to join it and be involved. I think they'll get a lot out of the program, and it'll really help them make a difference.
Great. Well, I appreciate both of you joining us here this morning, and look forward to future success with your program. So for Armstrong, I'm Shane Finster. Make it a great day.